Oh my goodness. It's embarrassing. Hey guys, welcome back to the farm. Today we are going to be doing some spring cleaning stuff. This time of year, I just feel like everything is a mess and it drives me insane. Dogs are muddy. Speaking of, I feel like the inside of my house needs like a deep clean so bad. But then I look outside, the sun's shining, and I am just pulled to come out and start getting things cleaned up and ready for spring. So today we are going to do that. First thing that I want to do is there's a couple tree tubes that are down. If you guys don't know, we have a chestnut tree orchard that we planted 2 years ago, and we lost about over half of the trees because we found out that we had ground moles and they were eating the roots of the trees, and super disappointed. I love chestnuts, like my grandparents always had them, so it was like something very near and dear to my heart, and I wanted to grow them, but we just couldn't get rid of the ground moles. So I am in the barn now, which needs cleaned clearly, and I'm looking for zip ties, which I found. I'm gonna grab these zip ties. So I think we have more in the garage somewhere, but these should do for now. I'm gonna go fix these trees, and I'm huffing and puffing because I am, what am I, 8 months pregnant. So it's been a rough one, but yeah. So anyways, got these trees put in. Andrew and I planted them all, and I do have a video on how to plant the chestnut trees. I will link it up above so you guys can watch that. But we have a gentleman in our area, it's Lake Erie Chestnuts, and I will put his channel below. I know he does a lot of stuff on YouTube with chestnut trees. He has a very successful orchard. We got all of our trees from him. Great guy. He replaced pretty much all the ones that died, and unfortunately we're still struggling. It's just, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know. We fertilized them, like he said, and still just not great success with them. But the ones that are out here, I'm gonna make sure I put the tubes up, because last year we saw a bunch of trees. The ones that we have, we saw a bunch of them coming through the tubes. So I wanna make sure that these are all put back up. All right, one down. I think we have like 5 or 6 to do. You can see there's like rows and rows of them, and then like these posts right here that don't have a tube, those are trees that are not making it. Honestly, that last one I just put up, I don't even think there's a tree in there. It's like, I don't know if you can see in there, but literally just looks like grass. But for some reason I kept that tube up last year, so I'm thinking there's a tree in it. Another one. I think one more, and then that's done with that. That was nice and quick. I hope these trees come back. This is like the first row did really well. The first 2 rows did good, and then everything after that is kind of hit or miss. So Let's get this last one put up. There's definitely a tree in this one, which is exciting. I just dread to come out and do them because I'm like, it's gonna take so long, and Mama's already tired, but it only took a few minutes. And the trees are good for the year. Obviously, Andrew's gonna have to come out and mow all this and take care of it, but looking good. All right, next thing is we're gonna pick up the barn a little bit. So here's the deal. We live in Pennsylvania and our weather is horrific. We get a ton of winds where we live, snow, everything blows around. And in the summer, we can keep the barn pretty picked up. In the winter, we usually keep all the bags just in the barn because we use them for like random things. Like if someone wanted manure, we can just use the feed bags, fill it with manure, they come pick it up. That's what we keep them usually for. But they got blown everywhere in the barn, and it's just been like a dreaded chore to go in and pick up all these bags and garbage. The other thing is that we bought a mini pool for what did we buy that for? I don't know. We bought a mini pool for something, and we never ended up using it. It just sat in the barn, and then over this winter, pigs must have, I don't know, decided to play with it, smashed it into 1,000 pieces. So that's fun. So I'm just gonna spend some time picking up in here. Nothing crazy, but just to clean it up a bit. So let's get that done. Andrew's still working on the chicken coop project, so he still has like a bunch of stuff, wood and tools and stuff over there that I'm just gonna leave because we don't really he's not gonna be able to find them if I move him somewhere else. So I have 2 bags filled with just random stuff that was laying around the barn, and I'm gonna have Andrew come with the side-by-side, pick those up, and we'll throw those out. The one bag has empty feed bags in it, so I think we'll probably just keep that so we can do like manure if someone wants it. Take our poop. Take our poop. We will give it to you. Next thing I want to do is pick up some of Colton's toys. Nothing barn related, just need to pick up his stuff that's laying around the yard. The other thing I want to do, I don't know if I can do it myself, is the chicken tractor's over there, and over winter the tarp that was on the top of it broke off. Looks like a shanty. I want to get that all off so that we are ready for this year's chickens, but I don't know if I can do that on my own. So all right, let's pick up some of Colton's toys. This is proof that we live in one of the craziest places. There's ice in his water table that he was literally playing in 2 days ago. It was like 65, sunny, and now this morning he has ice in there. Good Lord. Right, that's done. There's some coolers on the deck that I would like to put back into the garage. I want to set out our furniture. I don't think it's gonna snow again, so let's go up there, get that set up, see what damage we have. Our deck, I don't know when we put it in. Andrew did, and it needs all repainted because we used the paint that we thought would be fine and it wasn't. So it all needs repainted. Like, these are supposed to be like a matte black. You can see paint's already coming off. So all right, let's get the furniture set out. This is just a cheap cover I got off of Amazon. And honestly, it doesn't stay on too great. It's not the best. I would not buy it again, but we're gonna use it until we can't anymore. Okay, cool. I don't know if I showed you guys our deck. It's something that Andrew and I really love. It goes all the way down, and he decided to put a roof on. I'll show you guys the roof. So that's the roof to the deck, and then I just put lights on it. But let me tell you, 100%, if you're thinking about putting a deck, put a roof on it, because we can sit out here in the rain, we can sit out here whenever. Honestly, today we can hang out here and it's great. So the deck is pretty much done. It's another thing off the list. Let's go check out the chicken tractor. Let's see if there's something I can do, or if I have to wait for Andrew. Look at this thing. Good grief. Okay, so it actually broke. There's supposed to be a piece of wood at the top, and it's broken down in this pile. So I'm not gonna climb in here and try and do anything. I'm gonna wait for Andrew, because I just don't think I'm gonna be able to do it myself. I honestly think that this blue tarp will be fine once we get that piece of wood back up. It doesn't look like it's ripped, so we might be okay. Might be fine. I would love for that to be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. I'm more of a let's make everything look pretty kind of person, and Andrew is let's get it done and functional. So we kind of butt heads, because I am we're just different people when it comes to that sort of stuff. Okay, so the only other thing that I really need to do is the garden. I'll take you guys over there and kind of take a peek at it and see the disaster that awaits us. Oh, I want to show you guys something too. So we decided to start composting. Andrew's been juicing a lot, and we're just, remember how I said I'm more like the aesthetically, like, let's make everything look pretty? This is Andrew's wood pile for, obviously we burn wood in our house, but we put one of these barrels out by the garden, and we've just been throwing stuff in there. So I'm excited because this is gonna be right by the garden. I can just toss stuff into the garden. And then I plan on putting, we have a metal table in the barn, and I plan on putting that out here by the garden too, so that when I'm washing vegetables and stuff, that dirt isn't going down in our kitchen sink. I can just put that, you know, right back into the soil here. All right, so here she is in all her glory. Oh, you can't even see the wood. God. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be a disaster. It does not even look like a garden space. It's embarrassing, honestly, it is. All right, maybe next weekend I will muster up the energy to get out here and clean some of this. Andrew started putting manure into that side of the garden. That side always struggles with growing everything, so he already started filling that with manure, but this is just a mess, honestly. I don't even want to touch it. But one good thing is we did find our blackberry bushes are still thriving, so I'll show you guys those. Since that's the only thing that we have right now. Everything else is a disaster. So we have a few here. We have this one, which I have been trying to get them to like go up into the fence, because I would like it to just cover the fence area. And then another one here behind me. So then we have this one that's going through the fence now. And there's one other little one. Oh, down here. This little one. So there's 3 raspberry bushes, which is exciting. I'm gonna plant a bunch of blueberry bushes. I'm just waiting for it to stay a little warm because, like I just showed you, we had ice. So I don't want to buy something and put it in. Over the winter, one of the doors blew off. So I have these old antique doors, and as you can see, one blew off. So it's, there she is. So Andrew will have to help me put that back up. I don't even think I should be lifting it. I'm not gonna. Okay, so thank you guys for coming along with me to do these chores today. It didn't take as long as I thought it would, and I feel so much better. This is just a reminder that if your garden, your yard, your farm is a mess, you're not alone, and it sucks and it's embarrassing, and I don't love that I have to do all that stuff, but it's something that's essential when you're trying to make your place look a little bit better. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you next week.